In this video, I'll show you how to use Hirabana application on your Shopify store and give some tips and tricks on how to create an excellent first impression for your users. Let's get started. Once you install the app, you'll land on this page. So to start using Hirabana, just click on the Customize Theme button and it will take you to the familiar page where you edit your store. Before you make any changes, I would recommend creating a copy of your current theme. Once you will be satisfied with the changes, then you could publish it. Another way of doing that would be to create a copy of the theme before installing an app and checking the performance before and after. Once this is done, let's get to it and create our new Hirabana. On the left, just click Add Section and you'll find a new section called Pixboost Hirabana under the image category. Let's select it and click Add button. I think the first thing to pick is an image. I like cars, so I'll go with this bad boy. Click Select, and the next thing to do is to click Edit button and set the text in this box. Usually you would set something that describes what's happening on the image. In my case, it's a red car, so that's what I put there. This text is an alt text and it's image description that visually impaired people can read with screen readers. Also, web search engines like Google use the text to index images. The next option is Overlay. An overlay is a semi-transparent dark layer on top of the image. It improves contrast between text and image. You could turn it off if your image is dark. You could see that in my case the text is much more readable with the overlay turned on. Section height gives you 4 options: small, medium, and large. The adapt to image option is to show a visitor the whole picture without cropping it. In my case, I'll go with the large option. In the next option, you could pick between 2 layouts, full width and fixed width. When the full width selected, the image takes 100% of the screen. If you pick fixed width, then you can control the width of the banner using section widths here. That is useful in case you have a monotone background on the image. Let me show it to you. Let's pick the other image here. Let's use this night sky. So you could see that the image background is almost black, so there's a background color here. As you could see, visually it still looks good, but it also makes your Hirabana much more lightweight. Now, regardless of the screen size, your users will always download image 1000 pixels wide on the big monitors. Let me show you another example with a white background. So if we select this image and then we change the background color to white, then you can also see that it looks good. So now if we change the image back to the red car, you see that with the red car this doesn't really work. So let's go back to full width. The next one is image alignment. Most likely the image has been cropped to fit into the space of the banner. Using image alignment, we could set how to align an image vertically in the given space. In my case, I think the bottom option would work the best because we could see the whole car. Next on the list is animation. Animation makes your banner more catchy and improves engagement with your customers. All animations in Pixboost Hirabana are JavaScript free and we made sure they are not affecting load time. At the moment there are 2 animations you could pick from. Pop in will make your image and text appear sequentially one after another. Zoom in will smoothly zoom on the image. If you have some animation in your mind that you think is really cool, please let us know and we'll add it in the next releases. The next block of settings is for text. Let's quickly go through it. The first option is the size of the text. You could pick from small, medium, and large. Worth mentioning that Pixboost Hero Banner doesn't use absolute values but special relative values, which makes a component accessible for all people. If you're not sure what size to pick, then you could align it with the section height option. So in my case, I picked large section height and I'll probably go with a large font size. The next two options are heading and text and allow us to change the content in the banner. The heading is using H1 HTML tag and will impact your organic search. So make sure that it clearly shows what you sell and why people should buy from you. You might also consider doing an SEO analysis before setting it. Imagine I'm selling old cars, then I could pick something like the best old cars. But if I'm selling old cars in Melbourne, for example, then I would put the best old cars in Melbourne because that's a geolocation that Google will use. Text color is the next one. This one is easy. You could pick any color for a text. Make sure that it has good contrast with your background and you're good to go. Custom fonts. By default, Pixboost Hero Banner will use fonts from your theme, which is good because there will be no additional data transfer. However, if you'd like to make your banner more distinguishable or align it with your branding or logo, for example, then you could do it using these options. Next up is button settings. You could place one button on your banner. Simply put text and select the destination and you're good to go. And finally, if you have something completely different in your mind from what I showed, you could always implement that using custom HTML snippet. Just tick this checkbox and put your HTML into the text area below. And that's pretty much it. Once you choose all the settings, don't forget to quickly test your new banner in a mobile view using this button on top. Now you can give Pixboost Hero Banner a try and get more happy customers on your store. Happy selling, and we will really appreciate if you can leave your feedback in the App Store.